Terry Ford.
His professional record, 16 victories against 3 defeats and 1 draw, 5 KOs to his credit. Ladies and gentlemen, Dennis, the Magician, Milton! And across the ring in the blue corner, his opponent wearing the black and gold and weighing 161 pounds. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, North Philly to be exact, he brings a professional record of 15-1 with 12 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, Bernard Executioner Hopkins!
All right, gentlemen, you were giving your instructions earlier. I want you to be knuckle hands at all times. I want you to protect yourself at all times.
I got him, baby. I got him, baby. I got him, baby.
Gentlemen, touch low.
I got him, baby. Let's go.
Oh, boy.
Excellent stairs. Very good. Nice lean by Milton. Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, you catch a glimpse of, stepping out of the ring, who has really done very, very well as a trainer.
He's an excellent trainer. And Dennis Milton lucky to have him in his corner. He's giving him last-minute pep talk as Bowie Fischer is giving to Bernard Hopkins. I have to tell you something. The atmosphere's charged here tonight.
Yeah, well, it really is. In fact, Hopkins said this morning, he said, this is like fighting for a title.
He feels it. So does Milton. And when you can get in this building with these fans and the opening act we just had, I'll tell you, Bernard Hopkins just looks like a puncher, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. He really is out of the mold of some of the great fighters here in Philadelphia. And I tell you, it goes back a long way.
You saw those numbers. A hook already has Milton reeling back.
He is in trouble, and he holds on.
This looks a little like the Jackson fight so far, I have to say.
Well, you said bomb, then bang, and that's what you meant.
He's going right after him. I will say this, Dennis Milton's outfit is a very classy outfit.
Yes, it is. Those of you watching in black and white, that is black and white.
And Dennis Milton is fighting a fight here that, in truth, is courting disaster. I mean, he is mixing it up with Hopkins, and I am not sure. Oh, boy, he's putting his head in there, too.
I don't think it was a nice shot. That is a knockdown. That was a right hand. Milton's not hurt, I don't believe, but he went down right now.
Well, so far, it's looking a lot like the Julian Jackson fight.
Yeah, actually, Milton may be hurt. I'm not alive.
He's holding on like he's hurt.
Yes, he is. And he's got a long way to go to get through this first round. Hopkins really all business, isn't he?
He really is. Dennis Milton said to us today, I'm going to win. Oh, good right by Milton. He said, I'm going to win. The boy so far does not look confident. And he looks like he's one punch away from getting whacked out of here.
Yeah,
he really does.
He still seems to be doing everything wrong right now. He just has not settled into this fight at all.
It's not easy getting in there and breaking these two.
Another left hand, down goes Milton again. And there are still 45 seconds left in the round.
And of course, there is a 3 knockdown rule, so if Bernard Hopkins can get him down by hook or crook any way, he's got this match.
And now he'll jump on him, I'm sure.
Well, that's a tackle by Dennis Milton. Look at the poise by Hopkins, though. He is not falling for anything. He is just saying, I'm going to get my job done here.
And the right hand drove Milton into the ropes. Milton holds on. He's just trying to get through this.
Dennis Milton is making this a very ugly fight. The referee, in his defense, is trying very hard to keep it in control. It's not easy. Because Hopkins wants that 3rd knockdown, but he probably won't get it.
Well, there's a good right hand. And it rocked Milton at the bell. And I don't know if there are enough words for Eddie Mustafa Muhammad.
No. This man may need a whip, a gun, and a chair to stay in this fight.
He all right. 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 Come on again. What I want you to do, hands up and keep boxing. Hands up. Cheekbone, baby, all right? D, listen, cheekbone. Okay. moonsault.
Look at the
low
first
pop.
knockdown, which at the
G-ball.
moment could have been a flash knockdown, and hard to tell if he would have been hurt. Really, it just bounced off the top of his head, so I don't know that he was hurt that badly. But the second knockdown carried with it a little more authority. Well, you know what? That was more of a push.
Really was, but yet when Milton got up, he seemed not to have all his legs.
Now this stuff was real. These were some punches that Hopkins landed. That was a good right hand. Right at the end of the round.
So we start the second round. Milton starts it the same way. He's trying to go after Hopkins.
He's getting wobbled by everything that lands.
And you can see Hopkins just took everything away from Milton.
Well, Dennis Milton, we need to report to you, has been a middleweight contender, beat Robbie Sims. This is not a man who comes in with absolutely no credentials, but as we told you, was really whacked out early against Julian Jackson. And the question tonight would be, what does he have left? So far, it's not too much. And his career really pretty much on the line. Another bad knockout loss could put him permanently into the category of also-ran.
Yeah, he had that great end of 1989. As you said, he beat Robbie Sims. Then he beat Michael Lajide
in a hotly disputed win.
Yes.
But nevertheless, it was still a good performance.
That's right. They had a review of that fight.
Yeah, and I believe they reversed it on his behalf. Hopkins setting up the right hand very well with the jab.
Yes, he really is. He came right behind the jab with the right hand.
You know, it's interesting. If you look at Bernard Hopkins and you look at Julian Jackson, their styles, their build, everything about them is very similar. Milton must feel like he's reliving a nightmare.
Oh, big left hand. Fighting shot in the left hand.
Well, there's that double left hook that's so effective in boxing fusion. Bernard Hopkins has not faced the level of competition that Milton has overall in his career, but he was ready to take this step, and right now he's taking it in grand fashion.
Yeah, he's the one that looks like the experienced boxer. Big cut over the left eye of Milton. Real big cut.
We don't know if that came from a clash of heads, but we didn't see any denotation of that by the referee.
It is above the left eye on the brow of the eye. Could be a big problem for Milton. Oh, there was a headbutt right there.
And they're banging heads a little bit, but certainly there have been enough legal punches landed by Hopkins that could open that cut. I'll tell you, mostly it's been Milton using his head. So if there was a clash of heads, he has no one to blame but himself.
He's been fighting completely out of control.
Hey, my man, you're not jabbing? You're not jabbing.
Eddie Aliano, the cut man in the corner.
Dennis, I need you jabbing, baby.
Look at that, please.
I need you jabbing, baby. You're not jabbing, Dennis. All right? I need you jabbing.
Let the doctor look at it.
Okay. It's above the eye. It's cool. It's above the eye.
I still want him to look at it.
It's above the eye. D, I need you jabbing, baby.
It may have been a clash of heads that opened that cut. Well, I'll bet that was it. And that would be a purely accidental clash of heads. I don't know if the referee... Yeah, there it is. Whether the referee denoted that, I don't know.
Let's go to work, baby. Let's go to work, please.
And you see the blood. Now, the referee was over talking as we look at it again from another angle. Yeah, when he hit him, the blood started spurting. Now, the referee was over talking to the officials. He may have said it was a clash of heads.
All right?
Yeah, I didn't see what the referee was saying, but he was talking. And that cut is still bleeding. It's going to take a couple of rounds for Eddie Aliano. And I'm not sure Milton has that. You can see the numbers after the first 2 rounds.
Boy, strong edge for Hopkins.
Punch out of there. Punch out of there. Come on. Come on.
to the body, and of course that is something he does quite well.
Nice left hand again. You can see the strength of Hopkins. He sets down on his punches so nicely.
He's a very compact puncher also. That would hurt Milton. Very hurt right now.
And a big right hand. And Milton tries to hold on again. Almost a full takedown.
He is holding on for dear life. There you see the blood. We're attempting to find out now whether the commission has ruled it a clash of heads if the referee ruled that, although that may be academic.
I was just going to say it could be a moot point. Hopkins
Is that the same as academic?
It's very similar.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure we're in sync here. Nice right by Dennis Milton. So he's still firing a little bit, but not being very effective.
How many times have we seen a fighter like Dennis Milton who loses a big fight as he did to Julian Jackson, all of a sudden just not go back to what brought him?
Absolutely. You know, he really was a pretty decent boxer before this. I think that loss just took so much out of him.
And then all of a sudden your macho starts to surface,
And you're put in there against the guy who's just about as tough. Bernard Hopkins is almost as tough as Julian Jackson. Maybe he is as good. Who knows? He would like to think so. Whatever the case, he's cut from the same mold. And certainly Julian Jackson's a terrific puncher.
it was ruled an accidental headbutt, incidentally.
Okay. And they would go to the cards after 3 rounds if that caused the bout to be stopped. Well, it's target practice now for Bernard Hopkins. Tremendous body work by Hopkins.
And he shows a good jab. He shows good power in the right hand. There was a good right hand. End of the 3rd round. This has been all Bernard Hopkins.
And I'm not sure he's capable of that trip.
Landed only 8 punches in the 3rd round to go with 3 in the 1st and 6 in the 2nd.
That will not get it done, will it? Especially not against Bernard Hopkins.
Hopkins just looking very, very good. 2 weeks in a row now on Top Rank Boxing, we have seen somebody who you really have to consider a bright prospect.
Last week, Cecilio Espino against Luigi Computero Espino. We had not seen him on Top Rank Boxing. He had fought most of his matches out west at the Forum. Just brilliant. And Hopkins, even though we had seen him once before, this is even a better version of Bernard Hopkins.
It's interesting, too, you talk to fighters the morning of the fight, you get a pretty good idea of where they're really coming from just by how the conversation goes. And you really get the idea talking to Bernard Hopkins. This is a consummate professional. This is a guy who wants to be champion and is willing to pay the price to be a champion.
He was very focused. He's a very articulate young man, and he knows exactly what he wants to do.
Talking about his training camp up at Split Rock in the Poconos, which ironically is not far from Deer Lake, where Muhammad Ali had his training camp.
And we know from what Steve Little did in that first match that they were serious up there training. He and Bowie Fischer trained both men. They worked hard up there getting ready for these matches. Dennis Milton could easily have a point taken away pretty soon for holding. But that too would probably be academic. They'll look at that cut. Now, it was ruled a clash of heads, so if they would stop this bout because of it, they should go to the scorecards, which would certainly favor Hopkins. Oh no, it's a point being taken.
Yes, he did take a point away. It's
like Dennis Milton needs another problem.
Yeah, he's got enough.
Let's see, he's been knocked down, he's got a bad cut, now he's got a point taken away.
I think you might forget about a decision win for Milton.
Good right hand. Only the Buffalo Bills can sympathize with him.
That cut is much worse.
Yeah, and the referee's got his hands full here. This is a match that is very tough to keep control of. Good body work by Hopkins. Are you impressed with the poise of Bernard Hopkins?
Yeah, I really am, and his patience.
No reason to get wild and do things that would lead him into... And he told us this today, I know Dennis Milton's not a big puncher, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stick my chin out and say, you know, hit me and let's see if I can take it.
Milton, again, they're going to get this fight stopped. Milton is
he might be disqualified pretty soon. That's what the referee's telling him. Dennis Milton looks just out of it right now.
Yeah, he really does. Into the fourth round of what has been an ugly fight, and it's no fault of Bernard Hopkins, who has done everything. And a fight that is well stopped. Dennis Milton was going to win this fight if they fought 50 rounds.
Bernard Hopkins looking to all four corners of the ring here in the Blue Horizons, a place he knows well, fans he knows well. And it was an excellent performance. Yes, Dennis Milton has slipped back considerably, but this young man, Bernard Hopkins, shows you why he is thought of as a prime candidate to fight for the middleweight championship.
Yeah, very impressive performance for him. And he jumped on him right now. His patience was very good. Let's get the official word from Michael Buffer. Michael?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Hurley McCall stops his bout at the advice and the urging of Dennis Milton's corner. The official time, the end of the fourth round. The winner by TKO. His record now 16-1, 13 KOs from North Philadelphia. Bernard Executioner Hopkins.
Well, you heard him say he was 16-1. That one came in his